Hello everybody and welcome back to Plant Observed. This time we are looking at Paphiopedilum delenatii and I have two different versions right here. This is the normal form, you can see it here, and I feel like this is going into the direction of the vincolor form, which is a darker form. And this is Paphiopedilum delenatii 4N, which is a tetraploid. So you have 4 sets of chromosomes. And what this usually does to plants and orchids also is that the plant gets more compact and more stunted, has a more vigorous growth. And the flower form also is different, and it can have a larger flower. And when I picked this 4N tetraploid form up last year at Dresdner Ostern, I was hoping for the flower stalk being much shorter, because as you can see, the flower stalk is huge with these Paphiopedilums. But yeah, unfortunately, this is not the case. Nevertheless, it's a beautiful flower. It is already done blooming, almost done blooming for this year. But this one just opened for me, and I just had to put them side by side so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can clearly see that the flower of this one has a much bigger pouch compared to the normal form. It almost looks like Paphiopedilum micranthum. It's just huge and ruffled. It's more rounded, and you can also see the coloration is a little bit different. You have those violet stripes in the center of the flower, and the flower itself is more rounded. I cannot say that I prefer one over the other. I think they are both really beautiful. So first, let me tell you a little bit about Paphiopedilum delenatii. So Paphiopedilum delenatii comes from Southeast Asia, from Vietnam to be precise, and it is found at elevations from 800 to 1,200 meters above sea level. So you can tell that it is not a hot grower, it is an intermediate grower with temperatures ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius during the day and 18 to 22 degrees Celsius during the night. So not immensely hot, not immensely cold, somewhere in between. It grows mostly in mossy rocks, where you can find some degraded plant material, some moss. It likes to be evenly moist. At least in my care, they dry out quite a bit sometimes, and it doesn't seem to harm them. At least I don't notice any drawbacks of letting them dry out. It says on the internet that they are found near waterfalls or near rivers. So this indicates that they need higher humidity, although at least in my experience, they don't really need it, because they have really hardy leaves. They are quite leathery and very stiff. And I feel like they have a very good cuticula, which prevents them from losing too much water. So at least in my conditions, they don't really need this high humidity. In my experience, this is a really tough plant. This survived some mealybugs even, and some soaking in biological pesticide, and that's why it is a little set back. In the past it had 2 flower stalks, but I am pretty happy that it survived, and I'm not complaining. So this is a really hardy plant. which can even survive a massive infestation of mealybugs. This one I had just for 1 year. I picked it up last year at Dresdner Ostern, and it is putting out really nice roots. Just one flower, at least something, and yeah, this tetraploid version didn't flower that long for me. It might have something to do with my mistake, which I talked about in a previous video, where I treated my plants with GABA, and they liked it at first. They put out a lot of roots, but then the problems started getting quite prominent, some yellowing of the leaves, and yeah, this might have something to do with the flower not lasting as long as it might have without the GABA. But yeah, please don't judge me. I like my experiments, and I will continue to experiment with my plants, and hopefully I won't kill them. So yeah, but yeah, nevertheless it shoots out more side shoots, which I am really happy about. I see 1, 2, 3 side shoots. So hopefully next year we will have 3 flower stalks, because it puts out 1 flower stalk per growth point. And here with my normal version I have 1, 2, 3 growth points which are mature-ish. So maybe they will even flower this year, maybe not, I don't know. Let's see. If they do, I will shoot out a follow-up video or a follow-up short. So stay tuned for an update. So with Paphiopedilum delenatii you can have different flower colors. You can have the normal flower color, which goes into this direction. I would say it's a yeah, light pink. Then you can have the vin color form, which is much darker than this one. It yeah, reminds you of a nice glass of wine, red wine, therefore the name. And I feel this is somewhere in between the normal form and the vin color form. And yeah, you can have lots of different color variations, ranging from pure white, you can also have a pure white form, to this really dark violet color. So yeah, even if you have Paphiopedilum delenatii, I think it is always a good idea to look out for blooming plants which might have different colors that you might like a little bit more. Some growers report that they are even fragrant and smelling like roses. Unfortunately, mine do not smell. Let me check again. No. Let me check this one. Nope, no scent that I can detect. But maybe it has something to do with the temperature, because at least in my growing conditions it is much cooler in the winter time, more like yeah, 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius tops in the winter time, and maybe they don't put out their fragrance when it is colder. However, they seem to be doing just fine with these cooler temperatures during the winter. They still bloom, they still grow. It doesn't seem to harm them at all. So if you see Paphiopedilum delenatii for sale for a good price, pick it up. Also try the tetraploid version. It has a really nice flower form. Of course, you can also have variations, because these are seedlings. Most of the times I haven't seen a tetraploid clone yet. And yeah, I hope you have as much fun as I do with this plant, because it is a reliable bloomer. Blooms once a year, but very reliable, even if it was very stressed due to mealybugs or stuff like that, even drought stress, it just flowers nicely. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and this plant observation. If you did, consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this small YouTube channel. Support small YouTubers. And if you like, I will see you in the next video. Bye!